So I was on my way through town to get some gasoline for the truck and run a few more errands, and I saw this rig on the side of the road. And I saw this rig parked at Roadrunner, and I knew I just had to stop and say hi. They're an amazing young couple from Quebec, Canada, and they're actually traveling on their way down south, and they're planning on spending some time in the Baja of Mexico this winter. They just happen to be here in Quartzsite. So, said before, if you keep your eyes open, you never know what really cool and unique things you'll find. And this is their rig. How cool is that? It's a casita. I don't know how to word the proper terminology for it. It's a casita on like a big truck. Anyways, that's gotta be the coolest thing ever. I told them about the fiberglass rally that happens here every February, so if they happen to be passing through in February, to check it out. I gotta get braver and start asking people for a tour of their rigs, but I don't want to be an inconvenience for people, or I'm just still too shy for that. But how amazing is that? That is so cool. It's gotta be the highlight of the day. Thought I would share it with you all. The nice couple from Quebec were not the only ones that would cross my path today. On a routine trip to La Posa South to stock up on water, I spotted my Nomadic Dream, aka Herbie. If you haven't heard of him yet, you definitely should go to YouTube and check him out. As a fellow YouTuber, we've seen each other in passing many times, but never actually had a full-on conversation. So when I passed him on my way into La Posa South, we waved and gave big smiles. However, little did I know that I would cross paths with him when I was leaving La Posa South yet again. And at that point, I think we both had the same idea. It was time to actually meet. And that's exactly what we both did. Hey Herbie, how's it going? Good. We pulled over, had a good chat, exchanged phone numbers, and I have a very good feeling you're going to be seeing more of that guy on my YouTube channel very soon. So if you haven't already checked out my Nomadic Dream, go ahead, go check out his channel. Go say hi to Herbie, tell him I sent you, and subscribe to him. Well, it is now time to head back to camp for some lunch. What you making, Tara? Romas and mozzarella? Or Stella?
What do you want, Stella?
I smell beef. Guacamole. Guacamole. Where you going? Guacamole. Trying to put Keller in the background. Slice the avocados. It's a Christmas colors. It's a guacamole color. It's a guac. That Be delicious. Taking the food all away. We're gonna think we eat like kings. Queens. Queens. Make me feel creeped out. I'm afraid he's gonna come running at me. Tara just found the second largest scorpion we've seen since we've been here. Holy shit. The other one's like, holy cow. I wish we had something we could put there for context. No. Their size. That guy's monstrous. Can you catch him? Oh, relocate him. This is Stella's rug. You see that? Holy cow. Lives under here. Under the rug? Yes. Well, then he needs to be removed. Wowzers. You get the grasp of how big he is. Oh, what can we put there? A shoe? Hard to get shadowed in there. How about a can? Pop can. Move backwards, please. Oh, now we can see it in all its glory. There's how big it is. There's a can for size comparison. It's a big one. Do you see that on there? See how big it is? It looks little compared to the can, but it's not. He's a big juicy one. And you be careful. See how fast they can move. What are we doing with him? Do you think he's still smaller than the other one we saw? Oh yeah. Yeah. Angie, please be careful. I am. Getting really close. Now, get stand on his back feet and pinch me. You don't want to worry about his pinchers, you don't worry about his stinger. Think you can see him? Ready? Bam, there he is. Look at that guy. I see him. I see him. No, you don't. Yeah, even with the flashlight. Flashlight. You see him with the flashlight? UV light. Flashlight. UV light. No flashlight. UV light. Flashlight only. And nothing. Crazy. He is juicy. We would call him land shrimp. Land shrimp. Angie. Little did we know that this could very likely be the last scorpion we see for the year. Since this video was taken, the weather has dropped considerably. And even though we still take out our UV lights from time to time, we have yet to spot another scorpion since that night. But don't get me wrong, all it would take is a burst of warm weather for a while and they'd probably come right back out. One of the things I had to learn about desert life is that it doesn't run on a calendar. They don't hibernate certain months of the year. It's solely based on temperature, and if the temperature rises, they'll awake or come back out, and if the temperature drops, they'll go away or hibernate. But it is not based on a January to February type of schedule. So we always try to be as aware as we can with the weather changes. And if we find ourselves still in the desert come early spring, there's a very good likelihood we'll be seeing the scorpions again with our UV lights. Another really neat thing about the UV lights is how our videos have inspired others to get them and explore their surrounding areas with them, or as a way to protect themselves or their pets. And some people are finding some really cool things even though they aren't in scorpion-known areas. Bubbas Big Adventure is just another example of that. They were able to find some really cool rocks that they didn't know about otherwise.
Well, hello everybody, and hello to the lady ferns. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm going to put a link to their video that I'm fixing to talk about in the description. So a couple of weeks ago, they were at Quartzsite looking for scorpions. And they were showing these little flashlights. And they're really cool. They show blue instead of a regular white. And we're like, I just gotta buy one of those. And I picked up 3 of these before we went on our vacation. And we were outside the campground. And you know, you wouldn't think otherwise. Very unassuming rocks, right? Look at this. Flip the switch off. Turn this on. Look at that. Now, in person, they turn orange. So there's orange dots all over. You can see it better on that big rock. On the little one, you can see it right there. That is the coolest thing. And I would have never thought twice on this ugly old regular rock. Look at that. There you go. You can kind of see it now. Isn't that cool? So guys, if you want to see the lady ferns going out looking for scorpions, I didn't find no scorpions here in Colorado where we're at, but it's a pretty cool video to watch. And if you haven't subscribed to them, you might want to check that out because they go to some cool places too. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Bubbas Big Adventures, for the kind shout out on your YouTube video. Oh, motion censored. We've been filling these things up in the dark if we forget during the day. She had the genius idea.
But you gotta make the lights stay on.
Yes. She had the genius idea of putting a light up against the canister so we can see how full it is. Look at her go. Just smart woman. Still missed it, even with this light.